But did it have more to do with where he left and went to?
Absolutely. It was absolutely where he went. You got to understand, we've been battling on LeBron for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
They're our rival.
Yeah.
Like not, the Heat aren't our rival, it's LeBron. He's our rival. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like, dude, we just played them in the playoffs a year ago. Like, you can't go play with them.
So you don't want him to go help him get a championship?
Yeah, nah, that ain't how this works. Nah, I would have been better off him going to the Lakers, and that's our biggest rival.
Damn.
I would have been cooler with him doing that.
If Ray Allen say, you know what, hey man, look here, I'm leaving, you know, blah blah blah. I'm going to join Kobe. You cool with that?
If we had that conversation and it was like a conversation, I think the biggest issue, Shannon, was we didn't have no conversation with him. And for you to abruptly leave without a conversation, like, hey, I'm thinking about, you know, doing this.
Right.
We built something here. Like, that's the issue I had.
Right.
And me and him had that conversation. I was like, damn, we couldn't even get a phone call or nothing. Like, is it something we could have done?
Rumor had it that Ray was looking for homes.
While during the Miami series the year before, while we was down there, he was already looking at houses.
I mean, Miami is nice, B.
Like, you can't be in the middle of the series. You already checked out.
No, I ain't checked out, but you know, mama want to live in Miami.
Nah.
The weather is nice. I don't want to live in Boston year round.
You already in this series, like, this some bullshit. I'm coming to play for them next year, who we're battling.
When Kevin Durant decided to join the Golden State Warriors in the summer of 2016, it didn't just rattle the basketball world, it sent shockwaves across the entire sports landscape. Nothing had ever happened before. A team that had just won 73 games, already being debated as the greatest squad in NBA history, turned around and signed the best player from their fiercest conference rival. It was unprecedented. And years later, a large portion of the basketball community still considers it the most damaging move to competitive integrity the league has ever seen. The phrase, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, existed long before Durant made that call. But in a sport built on rivalries, pride, and competition, that kind of thinking was considered unforgivable. But here's the thing, Kevin Durant wasn't the first superstar to make that kind of move. And what if the role-player version of this same decision was arguably even more controversial? Because before Durant ever stepped foot in Golden State, Ray Allen quietly made a choice that shook Boston to its core, one that doesn't get nearly enough attention when these conversations come up. In the summer of 2012, Ray Allen left the Boston Celtics to sign with the Miami Heat. Now, to be fair, Allen didn't leave without reason. Throughout the 2011-2012 season, his name had been floating around in trade rumors, which understandably frustrated the veteran shooting guard. On top of that, his relationship with Celtics point guard Rajon Rondo had been deteriorating for some time. The tension reportedly traced back to the summer of 2011, when Allen was said to be supportive of Boston potentially trading for Chris Paul, a deal that would have involved packaging Rondo. Once Rondo caught wind of that, the dynamic between the two became irreparably strained. So on the surface, Allen wanting out made some sense. But the way he left and where he went is what made this so hard for Boston fans and former teammates to accept. Allen wasn't just walking away from the Celtics organization he'd won a championship with. He was walking straight into the arms of their most bitter rival. And the timing couldn't have been more painful. Miami had just defeated Boston in 7 games in the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals. That's not just leaving your team, that's joining the team that just knocked you out of the playoffs. And this wasn't even the first time Miami had done it. Allen was now joining a squad that had eliminated his Celtics in 2 consecutive postseasons. More specifically, he was joining LeBron James in the absolute prime of his career. And for a Celtics team that had spent the better part of 5 seasons battling LeBron in the playoffs, including 3 straight years of Eastern Conference warfare, that cut deep on a different level. To put it in perspective, imagine Scottie Pippen leaving Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls to sign with the Detroit Pistons, the same Pistons that had been eliminating them year after year. That's the kind of weight this moment carried. And then there's the financial side of the story, which makes everything even harder to explain. the Boston Celtics offered Allen a 2-year deal worth $6 million. The Miami Heat offered him 2 years at $6 million. Allen took the Miami offer. He willingly left $6 million on the table in what turned out to be the final 2 seasons of his NBA career, because his desire to leave Boston ran that deep. Most veterans in the final chapter of their careers look to maximize every dollar they can. Allen did the opposite. What followed must have been brutal to watch for Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and every Celtics fan. With Allen in the lineup, the 2012-2013 Miami Heat reeled off 27 consecutive wins, still the second longest winning streak in NBA history. They went on to capture their second straight championship and are now regarded as one of the elite teams of the modern era. Meanwhile, Boston was bounced in the first round of the 2013 playoffs, a painful and unceremonious end to what had been a truly special era of Boston basketball. In the years since, most people remember Ray Allen's time in Miami for one reason: the corner 3 he drained in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals, a shot that by almost any measure is the most clutch basket ever made at the sport's highest stage. That moment became his legacy, but the complicated and controversial road he took to get there rarely gets the same attention. LeBron James going to Miami and Kevin Durant going to Golden State are universally recognized as the 2 most scrutinized free agency decisions in NBA history. But the moment you expand the conversation beyond MVP-level stars and look at role players too, it's hard to argue that anyone made a more jarring, more unsettling departure than Ray Allen. So what do you think? Which free agency move in NBA history do you find the most difficult to defend? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear where you stand. And a special shout out to the channel members for the continued support. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more basketball content. I'll see you in the next one.